What's good, Key?
What's up, Kev?
You back?
Oh yeah, sorry guys for my absence for the last show, but yeah,
Shit.
things
Me and
happen.
me and Pop held it down though. We was here.
I think he covered some of my views that I was trying to get across about Kanye.
Mm, I don't even want to get into that, dude. Fuck, I'm still on that.
We on to something else. Let's get into this Childish Gambino little
This is
thing. Yes. So our main topic for today is going to be based on Childish Gambino, made in This Is America. Um, I feel like okay, this is what happened, right? Yesterday, I watched the interview of Childish Gambino, and
shit.
I fell in love with him. I literally did fall in love with him. Like his whole
I'm
mindset
I'm
is
sad.
is just
I'm
like,
sad for you
why?
because he been out so
No, no, no.
long.
I knew about him. I always been a fan of his music.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like the interview made me fall more in love with him as a person.
Okay. All right. Oh, all right.
But
Understandable.
you don't think
You-
he's like
I'm gonna.
a Kanye Jr.
I'm not gonna say that, but
I mean, not today's Kanye, but I'm talking about Kanye Jr. from.
so I said this on my Facebook the other day. I said he's today's I guess hip hop's genius. You know, I've been following Childish Gambino for a long time, and his interviews has not changed. That same Breakfast Club interview that you was watching with
Mm-hmm,
the same old sweater,
mm-hmm.
he did the same shit on Hot 97 like 2 years ago. He was wearing that same old sweater,
You wear the same sweater
the same sweater. He
with
be wearing
with the
with the
hole in
hole
it.
in it. Like he hasn't changed
But he's
himself.
a humble person.
I met him I think in Albany when he was like performing like comedy, and dude never changed. He's been the same guy since then. I just never knew he rapped.
Right,
Like when I first discovered him, I never knew he rapped. I thought he was just doing comedy.
right.
And like it's funny, I didn't even know that he did like he wrote TV shows. He sings. I found out the singing part later, and then the rapping, like it just blew my mind. Like,
I feel
I,
like he does everything.
it makes me,
But what I love about him is that he's so aware and
yeah.
conscious of what's going on in the world. So let's get about how cautious he is with the This Is America video. Now with the This Is America video,
Hold on, let's reel in real quick. Like, you know, he definitely he just put it out there. He didn't drop it. There was no like, yo,
no
no
promotion,
promotion,
it
no
was nothing.
nothing.
He dropped it. And I'm sorry to say, but I feel like this song is for us. It's not for the white people out there. I'm sorry to say it. It's not for them. It's more for us. Like
Mm-hmm.
it's like more of here, like this is like it's out there. Like he making it known that there's problems within society today with black people. And I can't say that. It's for white people. It's for them to be aware of what's going on.
But
Like open your eyes and not be blinded about what's going on in society.
I mean, well, I wanted to go back. The reason why I wanted to step back a little bit is because, as you said, he's like this our Kanye, whatever now.
Mm-hmm.
Um, what Kanye was trying to do with love,
Oh,
Childish Gamble,
okay.
Gamble, what the fuck?
Gambino.
Gambino did that shit with a fucking video
Right.
without explaining, without tweeting. He showed exactly what America is, and basically, he also showed love. He showed, damn, we dancing this shit out as black people. We still going through struggles. People dying.
Right.
We killing each other. People
Right.
killing us.
You know what's funny though? Because while watching him, and I was in so many videos, and I was trying to see what he was trying to portray within the video. And in one interview, he was like, "I'm an artist.
Yeah.
Artists don't really have to tell you what it's based on what other people think about
It's
it."
your perception.
Yeah. So he was like, "I'm not gonna tell anybody what I think about the video. I want you to think. I want you to like actually think and what you think about the video. I want you to think about the words and what I'm trying to portray within the song."
All right. So tell me what you thought. Like you said, you recently seen the video again. How many times you watched it? Let me ask.
I watched the video. Okay, the first time I watched the video, because you told me I didn't watch the video. All I heard was the song on the radio.
Yeah.
I watched the video the first time, and I watched Childish Gambino. Right.
Mm-hmm.
I watched it the second time, and I watched the background of the video.
Mm-hmm.
I watched it the third time, and I watched the whole video altogether. And then I watched it again, and then I'm like, at the end of the video when he was running away, I'm like, yo, he's a genius. Like, he's really like a low key genius. Like, he was like, I was feeling it.
So you had like a different experience from me because like you got a chance to hear people talk about it. You got a chance for people to tell you like, yo, watch this, watch that. I seen YouTube just drop it, and I was like, shit, I'm a Childish Gambino fan. Let me click. I
Mm-hmm.
watched it. The first time I was like, genius. I wrote genius right on Facebook, right then and there. And then like a couple hours later, I see everyone talking about it. And usually not everyone talks about Childish Gambino.
Right.
So I was like, what the fuck did I miss?
I mean, I felt like it was like, because Childish Gambino always been around. He
Yeah.
always had talked about, awareness within the black community. I feel like this was just like the milestone. And what he said before, it was like, this is his time.
Yeah.
This is his time. And he even said that he's better than most of the best rappers out here right now.
I mean, and he said, I mean, you're supposed to think like that.
I mean, you're supposed to feel like you're the best especially in the industry.
Yeah.
But what I loved about him is, as an artist, is that the powerful images that he portrayed within the video was where he had the choir that was
Being
based
shot.
about the Charleston.
You know, something about that sort of made me feel a way though. And the reason why is because I kind of wish it was a white man shooting.
I kind of did too. I didn't want him to be.
It sounds so crazy because I feel like I understand his depiction and I know that we shouldn't look at it that way. I know he was just trying to paint a picture and just stay there, but at the same time, my issue was, white people might look at this video now and be like, you know what, black people are freaking violent. That's what they might look at it like. So, and or they always use like some type of example just to make us look bad, and it sucks. That's why I kind of wish it was a white guy, but I understand exactly why he did it. So I can't get mad at him. I was actually like, yo, still genius, still amazing. Like another thing that you caught, we was talking about actually was the death. Did you not see death? Death riding on the horse.
Oh, on the horse, the white horse, and he was dressed in all black. And it's funny because you have to really like be like watching the video. Like you got to be like really tuned into the video to understand what was really going on. And when I seen that, it was like, yo, like this is so much things going on within.
Yeah.
And it's like you gotta really pay attention. Your eyes gotta really be open to everything that's going on.
Hell yeah.
But it was more funny because it was like the guns that he used in the video to shoot people. It was like a portrayal. It was like the portrayal of the guns are more valuable than the human life.
Okay.
You feel me?
Yeah.
So like when he shot people, and it's like the way he laid it down, it was like, yeah, that's crazy.
It's super crazy. Nah, but let's hold off for a second.
So I'm sorry, guys. We want to take a pause. We have two guests in the building. My two alumni from Del State came in the building. A little late, but it's cool. We have Ra and my homie Otis in the building. They wanted to set up real quick, But getting back to Childish Gambino, it's also like when I viewed it, somebody said that the guy that's playing the guitar portrayed Trayvon Martin dad.
But they thought it was Trayvon Martin dad though, but
it wasn't.
It wasn't him. It wasn't. But shit, it was the thing about the video was basically Childish Gambino was supposed to be a distraction to what's going
What's
on.
going on? Because everything in society
But
today is based on
but the
distraction.
funny thing about him is, although he was a distraction, himself was also a character of like what was going on back in the days. Like his racial feat, his pay attention to his face, like the Uncle Tom looking face and everything
Right.
like that.
The Jim Crow
Yeah,
era and everything he had going on, it was crazy.
his dancing just showed, it signifies us like we are always dancing, we always having fun. If you think back, even in the plantation, like we was singing, we was dancing, shit was bad. But this is America, you know?
And I feel like the dancer portrayed the distractions that was going on with all the chaos that's going on in the background.
Yeah.
But it's like we brushed it off and it's like, it's still act like nothing is going on is happening.
Word.
But my question is, because there's like a rumor going around that Childish Gambino dates a white woman, right? So my main question is, can you talk about white privilege, right?
I feel like we should involve our guests for this.
Can you?
What you think?
Yeah.
Oh,
Come on, Ra. Hold on. Can you date? Can you talk about white privilege and date a white woman?
Can you talk about a white
Can you talk about white privilege?
and date a white woman?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know how I stand about that because
You coming from an HBCU, I just want to understand. I have my own ideal. I mean, I don't know what Key thinks, but I definitely, that's why I brought you in. I was like, yo, let me ask you first.
I feel as though you can and you can't because like white privilege. If you don't know exactly, like for us black people, we don't get none of that. You understand? But if you date a white woman, you might get like from her perspective. You understand what I'm saying? Like you might understand what she has to say, like how she came up about how everything that happened to her, and then you could probably like try to correlate some stuff that say we had like for me, I feel as though like black people, we know the struggle. You understand? We come from the struggle. A lot of people from growing up in the hood, so we have a different type of perspective on a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
With white people, well, with Caucasian people, they grew up in, some people grew up in like suburban areas, so they don't know exactly where we came from and all that stuff. So I don't know. It's a toss up.
So would you feel like they really would understand our struggle?
No.
Like so.
Because sometimes I look in my hood. Because I'm from the Bronx. I'm from 164 Sherman Avenue.
Okay.
And I know if I put some people that I work at, because I used to work at Columbia University.
Right.
If I put some people from there in my hood, they'll probably think it's a wasteland or something. They'll probably go crazy. They wouldn't go to no Kennedy's Fried Chicken.
The hoodlums. That's what they call us, the hoodlums.
But it was funny because he stated that he can date a white woman.
Yeah.
But I don't know, because at the same time, he said he's celebrating. He wasn't dating nobody. But there's rumors that he is dating a white woman. But he did say he can't date a white woman because she doesn't understand the struggle.
What I think? I think he dated a white woman, but I think he probably surpassed that. I think in his mind now, he feels like he needs somebody he can relate to. He probably, because I've actually dated outside of my race before.
I have too,
and
but I couldn't do it.
Exactly. I understood, like, I realized, like, yo, I can't do this shit. Like, you don't know me.
Right.
You don't know my lifestyle. You don't know what I've been through. I struggled first. You feel me? Like, they could be like, yeah, I know times is hard. Like, yeah, but you don't get a gun in your face.
You don't get the same problems that we get. You don't get stopped by the police. You don't get racially profiled. You don't get. It's just so many things that's going on within that setting that they just don't understand.
And they will never understand.
Definitely. And honestly, like if they lived in our neighborhood too, like let's say if you are married with a white woman and you was arguing with her and actually she was in the wrong and the cop comes,
you going
to jail, bro.
There's no questions being asked. There's no start of your story. You automatically getting locked up and it's over. It's over and done with.
Hell yeah.
But with that being said, right? Because there was a discussion about dating the weird black man.
Yeah. Yeah. So with Childish Gambino, it sparked things because people think he's weird and shit like that, and a lot of people were saying like, oh, dudes that watch like anime and dudes that like, I don't know, dress kind of geeky or smart dudes, like some girls just didn't like like guys like that because they weren't like the trendy guys or the hood guys or whatever.
Right.
And in my eyes, I was like, all right. So I have in the past when I was young, girls say like, "Yo, I can't talk to you because yo, you don't get fresh." But they type of fresh was what they seen in the neighborhood.
Yeah.
My type
the
of fresh
hood-
was like, "Yo, shit, yo, what's happening in Europe? What's happening in here?" I was always wearing some random shit, and people would look at me like, what the fuck is he wearing? You know? And but I still didn't sit there and be like, yo, I'm not gonna stay away from my black woman because this one bitch don't understand.
But so you think black women look down on dating the weird black guy?
No, I think some people look down on weird people.
What you think, Rob?
That's what I think.
You said what?
Dating the black woman dating a weird black guy. They look down upon dating a weird black guy.
Yeah, I mean, I feel as though black women, like, nah, cause I know some like wavy like black females that date like weird guys. It's just all it's just what they are really attracted to. Honestly, like some people, cause you don't always. Some girls don't like the guy that's like out in the open and everybody know him, and they like the low key guys. And some of them people be weird as hell. You'll be surprised. So I don't know.
I don't know. Like I don't think I have a problem with dating the weird. It depends how weird you are.
All right, let me ask you a question though. Key in high school, would you have a problem dating the weird black guy?
In high school, what was I like in high school?
Don't lie.
I think.
Don't lie.
Okay, no.
Like, be honest.
No, I probably wouldn't have because I was in high school. I didn't know anybody. I wanted to fit in. I wanted
Exactly.
to be cool. Like,
So-
I wanted like the nice, like the good looking guy. Like,
Yeah. So you see, the thing is, that's my issue. Where I see where some guys is like, yo, some of y'all didn't like us.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And to be honest, some girls wasn't even paying attention to Childish Gambino. To be honest,
I knew about Childish. I knew about Childish Gambino. That's when I first learned about him in high school. I forgot what song it was that came out, and I was like, "Yo, this guy is so dope."
Yeah.
And like from my experience, well, from what I know now, I don't have a problem dating the weird black guy. Like they the coolest ones.
Like, what do you mean, like, weird? Like, what's your definition of
like the guys
weird?
that all right, the geeky ones, like not the geeky ones, but the ones that is like not the norm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right, but then that goes into like, what do you believe is the norm black guy? You know what I'm saying?
Like, why we can't have categories? Like,
Exactly.
That's what they say.
That's a stereotypical thing.
Like, yo, y'all remember when like High Waters was like a
lit?
joke? And now like everybody like, yo, we could roll up our
See
pants
what I'm
and
saying?
shit. Like, yo, that boy got High Waters. Yo, she dead hit her foot just now, yo.
Okay.
I wanted to show I had my High Waters on today. They look pretty dope
Like,
on me now, so it doesn't even matter. But
Yeah, I remember when in high school a baldy was literally like a problem, like moonshine.
Yeah.
Like now, yo, I dug out baldy now, and I do get women looking at me because I got a baldy and shit. Like,
Yeah, that's the wave. Well, as you grow older, you know what I'm saying, you start to mature, your mindset start to mature. You don't think about all that.
and I'm glad you touched on that
That's
because
real.
that's the issue. Like nobody's talking about like, yo, these guys are saying that, but they don't realize that the women wasn't mature. They probably wasn't mature
Right.
too. But the thing is, they stuck black women in a box, and that was the fucked up thing that they did. They said some guys are sitting there like, yo, I will never date black women again.
right.
Because of that box. And it's like, what the fuck? Like, you should have been like, all right, fuck these bitches. Let me go find me a queen. You know what I mean? Or still keep my mind open. You know, I'm not saying you can't date outside of your race or something like that, but don't say, yo, I can't date black women now because of how I was treated when I was a kid. That sounds stupid.
Yeah, you gotta grow up after a while.
That's definitely true, because at one point, me dating various of black men. I'm not saying a lot. I dated a lot of black men. Hold on.
Oh yeah, hold on.
Wait, but I'm saying I've dated a couple black men. I mean, a lot of them weren't shit.
Yeah.
But I mean, at one point, I thought to myself like, maybe I shouldn't, stop dating them because maybe I should stop dating them because I feel like they not respecting my shit.
I mean,
So I mean, at one point, I did look outside my race And then even then, I was like, I'm not really
Yeah, it's
attracted to.
wacky.
I'm not really attracted to y'all. I don't really
But
feel like.
sometimes you give what you get though. Like if you put up with that type of shit,
Then yeah, he
then
gonna get it right
you
back.
gonna get that shit right back. Sometimes you gotta notice that shit from the get go and be like,
Mm.
yo, I gotta let this motherfucker
Yeah,
go.
yeah, for it becomes toxic. You don't want
Yeah.
that.
Yo, as men too, we find some toxic women.
Hell
I'm like,
yeah.
yo, why am I dealing with
To
this?
be honest, women ain't shit. We gonna touch on that. That's a fact.
Yo, Key leaned all the way back.
Nah, I kind of could agree with you. I got some female friends that
That ain't
but I ain't gonna say nothing.
I mean, I'm here like the mediator. I'm like, a lot of people ain't shit. Shit, I wasn't shit.
Yeah.
A lot of people ain't shit.
I mean, I ain't shit.
Key ain't shit. She looking at me.
I changed. I changed
Did
a
you
lot.
change?
Shit, I changed. You changed. It's all maturity. That's what it is.
Yeah.
It's all a growing process.
It definitely is.
Within the whole changing. So
Facts. Shit. What we got next, Key?
so that's about it for show 1. With the I don't know.
Shit.
I just think that there's nothing wrong with dating the weird black guy.
Nah.
Like I think I would date Childish Gambino, honestly, only because his mindset
Mhm.
is.
I mean, he
just-
probably give you like dope experiences and stuff like that. Like out of your typical, like some people from the hood, they date like hood guys or like, you know what I'm saying? So he probably give you like a whole different perspective on like, you know what I'm saying? He might take you to a crazy sipping paint one day that's bad lit that you never been to
Shit.
before. You know what I'm saying? Like you never know. You got experience out here.
But I definitely would date Childish Gambino. Like his whole mindset. Like I feel like we could go on have conversation for days about certain things. And I
You-
thought this one is so dope.
You know, before we get off, I think my issue also is like a lot of women are looking for unrealistic shit.
As in,
As in, like some women is looking for that soft gangster.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That
Like-
hard in the street but soft to me type of person.
Like, yo,
but you can't look for a soft gangster. Like a gangster gonna be a gangster.
That's-
They're gonna be
that's
they
the
gonna be
point.
hard regardless.
that's
Like
the point. Like,
it's like what can you actually look
if
for?
you find a
in
nigga that
gangster,
is
a hood
all-
nigga.
if you find a nigga that's 24 hours in the street, don't expect that nigga to be home if
Cuddling
he's
with
24
you.
hours in the street.
Exactly.
Like,
Like,
I'm not understanding. Like
He not gonna do the sipping paint.
He definitely not gonna do the sipping
We're
paint.
gonna go on this, ride through the hood and do shootouts. And what can you really expect from a hood nigga? Like, I'm not really.
That is true.
Some girls like dangerous guys. That's really what it is.
See, I think people sometimes should just like step out the box and say, you know what? Like, if you can't sit there and say, yo, this is what I want. Every time you make a script of your life saying this is what you want, you never gonna get that
it.
shit.
Yeah,
Life,
You're not gonna get it.
and plus, life gonna be boring as shit if you get exactly what you want.
Yeah.
Like, it's not gonna be exciting at all. Like, so imagine saying, yo, I want the perfect guy that busts guns, but like,
Yo.
so when I come home, he cooks a nice meal.
Yeah, we go on a walk on Sundays.
Yo,
Like-
we go to church.
on Sundays.
Like, what?
That's
Like,
not happening.
that's not
son.
realistic. It's not realistic. But
You might could get a guy that's like a little bit aggressive, but at the same time, he cares about your mind. He cares about you. He take care of you. He take care of you. He actually does cook,
right.
but his aggression is probably in the bedroom, or his aggression is more of like, yo, I could handle mine. Like when it comes to financials and stuff like that,
Mhm.
you know, it doesn't have to be like, yo, I gotta get me a hood nigga because
He busts guns.
yeah, that's just retarded.
I don't find that attractive at all.
Yeah, or you never dated one like that?
I can honestly say I never dated a hood nigga. I was never attracted to hood nigga.
Are you from Brooklyn?
You're from the Bronx.
Don't say
You
it like that. You
really wanna go-
Don't
we could
say it
have
like
this
that. You
conversation
we
all
ain't gonna
day.
do that.
You want to go back and forth all day. You really want to
Shots.
go there? But I can honestly, I have never dated a hood nigga. Like I've never been attracted to them. It always threw me off, and it was never a turn on for me. It was never like it was. I can't date.
So-
I can't. I just.
So you said you like black men. So what type of black man do you date then? Like if it's not a hood nigga?
I mean. Damn, it's so put me on
I'm sorry. You know, maybe somebody out there looking for Key. I'm taking.
I
so
mean,
I can't say what kind
I
of black.
just
I'm
can't-
Respectfully,
a-
my
I
boy.
can't-
Respectfully.
I don't find the whole being out on the street all day, not doing something with your life. Like
Yeah.
you gotta have something going on. Like that street life. What is it doing for you? Like it's
I mean,
it's not doing anything for
That's
you.
a fact.
I just like I'm looking for somebody that just have something going on for themselves. Like, you can't be in
Mhm.
the street all day. You can't be talking about guns. Like, that whole gun thing,
Yeah.
it's killing our people. Like, it just never was a turn on for me. And whether I don't know,
I mean,
Nah, I feel you.
like it just was
Mhm.
never
I mean, the moral of the story is like legit. Stop.
like the dope dealers. Like, I don't. Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, grow up. It's a phase.
So
That-
like,
Get out of that. After
like
a
I
while.
know everybody has their struggles,
yeah.
but it doesn't mean you have to live in that struggle.
Yeah.
We all lived through our struggles. Shit,
Right,
I was
but
on
like
my aunt's couch when I was younger.
Feel me?
Feel me? Like, yeah. I ain't
Yeah.
say yo, I'm about to. Yeah, but that's another story.
just to wrap it up, there's nothing wrong with dating a real black guy. Childish Gambino is a genius.
Definitely.
He's
I say he's
the
this
dopest artist.
era's genius for hip hop. This era's genius. I know Kanye's.
Nah, Kanye is not.
I know Kanye
Yeah,
wasn't.
I gotta stop coming to my husband.
He look. Yeah.
Your
if-
husband. He said whoop did he scoop.
We finally figured out her type. We finally figured out her type.
He said whoop did he scoop.
Kanye is the weird black guy.
Exactly. That right there, him.
Yeah.
That's the weird black guy we was looking for. That's the example we was looking for.
Yo,
You got the guy that think he white. That's what you.
Mhm.
You like a black guy that think
Basically,
he white.
basically.
I see you,
no,
kid.
no.
Basically.
It wasn't that.
I see you.
I understand where Kanye was coming from. Okay, I don't agree with what he said about slavery because I don't.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's
like what you
totally-
mean it's a choice, bro?
Nah,
Come on.
See, the
that,
thing
that
is-
definitely threw me off. That's one thing I didn't agree
Even
with.
if we even not talking about slavery as a choice anymore, put a gun to Kanye's face with a cop.
hmm
I guarantee you, his voice is gonna change.
It's gonna change. He
So,
gonna understand where.
His ego is retarded. He's doing shit for Kanye, and I don't appreciate it.
Bro, he's from Chicago, bro.
I know, and he don't. But I feel like ever since
But he never. You gotta think about it though. He never went through all
he
that.
never
Yeah.
went.
Like
But still, I know he sees the nonsense that goes on in Chicago. I
Yeah.
heard he never even tried to give back or try to help. That's what I heard. I'm not too big on it, but I heard that he never even
there's
tried to give
sayings
back.
that he actually did give. He donated and something and shit like that. But the thing is, like, he keep relying on fucking people.
Hmm.
Like he forget like how fucking big he is. Like
Yeah, like his
His
voice
is
crazy.
exactly. He has a big platform.
like we seen Chance the Rapper like give back to Chicago
Multiple times.
multiple
Yeah.
times.
Multiple.
Kanye, you bigger than Chance. Like,
Exactly.
I don't want to hear that bullshit.
And that's one thing. Even though I love Kanye, no matter what, I just feel like he has such a big platform. Because
Yeah.
even to this day, me as a person, like I don't even have money, but I have plans on ways to change the community by itself. And I'm like, yo, why don't these celebrities think like this? Like, you have money, you have this big voice, you have this big
Yeah.
platform to change your community, but why don't you utilize that? Like, I'm not understanding.
Yeah,
Like,
man.
I just don't get it, and I feel like that's my only downfall with him is like you had all these years to give back, and you just now deciding to give back to your community.
That's your man.
But it's whatever.
That's your man.
But that's just my biggest downfall. I just can't.
Shit, but yeah, we ain't gonna bask on that bullshit.
But that's a wrap on This Is America with Childish
This is
Gambino.
America.